Welcome to the Raging Heart On podcast. I'm your host, Brian Banks. We're here to get raw and real and talk about our fucking feelings. So if you're not up for that, probably need to turn this off. I really want to thank you guys for joining us wherever you're at, in the car, on the treadmill, on a run. It means a lot to me. I'd also like to ask for your support by hitting that subscribe button, hitting the like button, leaving comments. All these things help me out. Thank you guys. If you have never met a real angel, today you're going to meet one. I'm so excited to introduce you guys to Stephanie Randall of Steph's World. Some of you may know her. Hell, a lot of you may know her. Steph is super cool, but she's a real life angel wearing a real halo. I can't wait for you guys to learn more about Steph. Today, I'm super excited because a friend of mine introduced me to a friend of his. You guys know Six that was on a few episodes back. Six was like, you have to talk to my friend Steph. And, well, I did. We connected, and Steph is our guest today, Steph Randall. And you're from Texas, correct?
Yes.
What part of Texas are you in?
I am in West Texas, like Lubbock, Texas. It's where Texas Tech is based.
Oh, nice. And so you know Six through TikTok or?
Yes, a friend of mine introduced me to Six, and from there we connected.
He's so funny. Yeah,
He's
he
amazing.
told me about you. I went to your TikTok page, and I don't know if he's told you this yet. I was like, does she talk? Because I had gone through all these videos, and you were like lip syncing to songs, and then I got to one that ended with he can't eat pussy anyways, and I was like, I fucking love her. Like, I love her already. Like, but yeah, he was like, yes, you can talk. And then immediately I saw you on a live, and I was like, oh my God, I love her. And you know, I asked you when we started, I was like, Steph, you're going to be my first straight guest because everybody's been gay so far. And then I was like, well, I don't want to assume. Steph is straight, but I do think you're going to be somewhat of a gay icon because, you know, us gay boys love strong black women. Like, we're obsessed.
Yes.
So,
I love
I'm
that.
obsessed already.
That.
Tell us about
you.
Steph.
Well, I'm from Texas. Right now I am in a halo because of my scoliosis and everything. And it's honestly, most people look at it as like a negative situation because it's something I have to deal with. But to me, it's been such a positive thing for me. So it's a part of me. And I don't think I'd be Steph without it.
Yeah. How long have you been in a halo?
I've been in my halo for 15 years.
15?
So right now I'm holding the record in Texas for the longest halo. Right now I've had it 15 years without getting it changed or anything. So I'm the first person in Texas to do that.
Oh, wow. Have you heard of anybody else having one longer in the U.S.?
No.
No, so you could be in the halo the
possibly
longest?
Yeah. I haven't heard any other, like, longer than maybe, like, a year.
Yeah, that's a flex I don't think anybody can have but you.
Right.
So tell everybody kind of a backstory of how you ended up with a halo.
I was born normal, I would say. Like, no, there was no signs of anything when I was born. And then when I got about two and a half, my mom said that she started noticing I was falling continuously and I wouldn't catch myself. Like, I wouldn't put my hands to catch myself. So I always went around with a knot in the middle of my forehead all the time. So she did take me to my pediatrician, and he told her, like, it's just a phase. She'll grow out of it. Like, nothing's wrong. But it continued to get worse. So she went and got a second opinion. And the pediatrician that diagnosed me, I had her from 3 to 19. So she was my doctor all those years. And she
At the same hospital
immediately,
in Texas?
yeah, well, where I am in Lubbock. So
Oh,
she
nice.
immediately sent me to Dallas, Texas, to Texas Scottish Rite Hospital for Children. Amazing, amazing hospital. I've been going there from 3 till now. I still go there.
And how old are
And
you today?
I'm 26.
26.
Yeah, so of course they did a biopsy and they ended up diagnosing me with muscular dystrophy and scoliosis. And they did tell me that, well, they didn't tell me. They told my parents that at the age of 7, they didn't expect me to live past that because my muscles would weaken and stuff. And I am 26 today and I am living it up.
Wow.
So,
Are you healthy today? Okay.
yes, I am. I'm stable. Nothing's gotten worse and, nothing's gotten better, but I'm stable. And that's what we like to hear. As long as
Oh, yeah.
nothing's getting worse, I'm fine with hearing everything is the same.
My son had scoliosis surgery.
Oh,
And
really?
yes, he's 19. He had several open heart surgeries, and we knew he had a little scoliosis, but his last surgery, when they opened his chest the second time because they had to go back in an emergency, and I think he had like a 20% curve when we got to the hospital, and he was like 60% on the last day. Of course, they say it wasn't from the surgery. I don't care. They had to do what they had to do.
Right.
But yeah, he did that surgery. It was horrible.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of kids go through it and stuff.
We went back to Vanderbilt not too long ago, and they think maybe the bottom two screws didn't attach, and
Um,
and the doctor was like, "Well, we could go back in, extend the rods," and my son was like, "Nah, it's not that bad. I'm good. Like, leave it
right.
alone." So
Yeah, No, go
the
ahead.
halo, like, did they plan to do the halo this long?
No, actually, they did not. So, supposedly, I was supposed to be in my halo for just like 3 months to see if it would help straighten out my spine and everything. And then they planned to do back surgery, the spinal surgery, but my lungs and stuff were not strong enough because my surgery would have ended up being 15 hours, is what they rounded it off to.
Yeah, it's an all day surgery,
Yeah,
face down.
surgery.
When you wake up, your face is so swollen from laying on your face all day long. It was. We've done several open heart surgeries, but I will say that surgery was the worst.
The worst one.
Yeah, because it without the muscle strength, like it took him months to learn to walk again, to just get the strength to be able to do anything. It was,
Yeah.
but so I've seen you on TikTok, of course. I guess most of your followers follow you there, right?
Uh-huh.
Are you on any
Yes.
other social media?
Instagram.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you just have this joy about you, this light about you. And I've heard you talk about your mom and what a good mom you have. Like with the whole situation, where does this joy come from?
I think it took me a while to get to where I am now. Of course, And like the positive thing is, here's a little backstory. So when I turned 7, 2 months after my dad passed away, and he was very like he didn't want to be up. He didn't want to see that moment. Like if something would have happened to me, like
Yeah.
he wouldn't be strong enough. And I always look at it as like maybe he sacrificed himself to give me a longer life, something like that. So I use that as a push of I got another chance at life, so do it how you want to do it. Don't listen to others.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to try to bring you down, and whether you're doing good or you're doing bad, someone's always going to try to tear you down. So I just want to be an inspiration for other people like me too that aren't that don't have the strength to put themselves on social media or something. Like, you can do it, you know?
Were you scared the first time you put videos on?
I was terrified.
And how was the
I was
response?
so. I started getting a lot of positivity. More the positive outweighed the negative. Of course, there was always the bad comments, but all the positivity I started to get just made me want to continue on. Like, you know?
Yeah. So
So
what is your favorite thing to do online that
I love doing makeup on live, like going live and doing my makeup. That is my most favorite thing to do.
I know I saw you the other day and I'm sure you answered the same questions a million times every day and I see your sister in the comments moderating.
Yeah.
But one day somebody said something about your birthmark and you were like just rolled your eyes and I cracked up because I was like, she's so over that shit. Answering the same
It's an
shit every day.
everyday thing, every day. They're
Yeah,
like,
but
who beat you? Who's beating you? I'm like, it's a birthmark. I'm not getting beat.
you should come up with a better story. Like, you should come up with like a crazy story about wrestling sharks or something. Like,
I
I mean,
should, for real.
it's crazy the things people say online.
The
And
most thing
sometimes,
is what happened to your eye and how do you sleep? Those are the most asked questions I get.
so we know about your eye. How does Steph sleep?
I close both of my eyes and I lay down in bed and I go to sleep.
So you can like detach from the.
Yeah, I come off of the traction. It comes down and then I get out of my wheelchair and I lay in my bed. I have a normal bed. So I just lay there like normal, basically, and go to sleep.
Yeah, you know, there was a child in the hospital when my son was having his surgery that was in a halo, and she was so funny. Like the halo was a toy for her. She would spin and swing, and I was like, I had never
Oh,
seen
yeah, I do that too.
I had never seen somebody so happy in a halo, but it was almost like the other kids were jealous because she was having so much fun
Yeah,
in her halo.
it's like your own little ride. You just spin and spin and spin.
So you went to school? Did you go to public school?
Yes, I went to public school all freaking 13 years of my life.
And how was that? Like, how were the kids at school?
I am so blessed. I was never bullied. Like if something was said, it wasn't said in front of me. It was probably said in the back. I had friends. Everybody would say hi every day, wave.
That's
I'm so blessed.
that's amazing because kids are a lot sometimes, and
Yeah.
they can be really cruel. And it's funny the silliest things said to us we carry forever. But so, what is your daily routine like? What do you like? What makes you happy? And
So my daily routine pretty much consists of, getting up, taking all my medicines, which is the worst part of my day because I hate medicine. And then
you wait till
usually,
you get older. They just
usually, yeah, they just keep coming. Yeah, but I go out. I was fortunate last year to be able to get my dream car. I always wanted a Jeep Wrangler. So my mom was like, you know what? You, I know you can't drive, but you deserve to ride in the car that you want, that you could have. So we got a Jeep Wrangler and it has the wheelchair thing on the back and my mom loads the wheelchair up and I get in and we're gone.
oh yeah. So I mean, Jeeps are difficult. I just sold my Gladiator, but my husband has his Jeep and it is his baby, his Jeep Wrangler. But
Yes.
I mean, they're not comfortable for me. They're,
You don't like
they're
it?
they bounce around and do you like it?
I like it. I love it.
Do you take your doors off or anything?
No, I'm too scared.
Oh my gosh, that's the best. It feels like you're driving a golf cart.
I feel like I'm gonna fly out because I'm nothing but skin and bones. The wind might take me out.
I get that. Yeah, I would. My son gets really nervous, like if the doors are off. Not as
I
much
rode with the
anymore.
top off. We
Yeah,
took the top off, but the doors, I'm scared.
it's like driving a golf cart. No joke.
I
So
love that.
you went through school and didn't have any problems. Like you said, there was a time that you had to. Like you haven't always been this happy or this content with everything. Did you go through any depression or did you ever get mad
I,
about it?
I actually, I want to say right before COVID happened, all the COVID stuff, I lost my grandma in November of 2019, and it kind of started from there. And I fell into a really, really, really deep depression to the point where I was like, I need help. Like, this isn't right. This isn't me. Like, I need help. And I would get mad. You're never supposed to question God, like, why? Why me? You know, there's always a reason. But I would get mad and I'd be like, why me? Like, why am I in this situation? Or I want to be like this, or I want to be able to just get up and drive and go do my own thing instead of having to wait on other people. But yes, I did fall into a depression, and I finally got the courage to reach out to my doctor and tell him, like, I need help, like, this is bad. And so I got the help that I needed, and here we are today.
Was that the first time you ever like saw a therapist or anything like for mental health?
Yeah, that was the first time.
Oh wow. Even with it doesn't compare, but even with just my son's open heart surgeries and missing school and then his spine surgery, the spine surgery really got him worse than anything because he would just look at me and go, "Am I going to be normal again? Am I?" Because he was
Right.
fine before, and then you wake up in the hospital and you can't walk for
Yeah.
months, or take yourself to the bathroom, and he was at this. He's a very shy kid, anyways, and he finally told me one day. He was like, "Dad, I think I need to see somebody. My brain is just getting really dark," and we found a therapist, but yeah, I think just all the years accumulating, and even for you, because you've been doing this since you were a child.
Yeah.
Do you
My
remember
doctor
when it?
had told me, when I reached out, she had said, like, it was bound to come eventually. Like, it was going to happen because I had been so strong throughout the year. She was like, you're going to have your breaking point at one point in your life. And that definitely was it.
So what did you learn in therapy? Like, what did?
It was more, well, of course, like, my therapist let me speak and everything. And it was more so of him saying, like, it's all about you and your world, you know? Like, when you're by yourself, you need to think of all your positives. Like, I was able to do this today. I was able to do that today. And not dwell on the situation. Because if you're sitting there and you're dwelling on, your sickness or something, you're letting time pass when it's not something that I can change. Like, I'll never be able to change it. So I need to just accept it and live the best life that I can give myself.
I mean, I think we all do that. Like, we all focus on things that they either don't matter, we can't change them, they're not in our control, and those are the things we end up spending every fucking day worried about.
Yeah.
But why? Or the people's opinions. I know for me, I'm 44 and I'm figuring out how to not worry about people's opinions of me. Like,
I actually had a breakdown last night. Now that we're speaking on this topic, like last night I hit rock bottom, and it's okay to cry and let out all your emotion. I recently posted my first reel to Instagram, and when I tell you they're eating me up on there, it's the most horrible comments I've ever read in my life. And I'm like, why do so many people like hate me and they don't even know who I am? They've never seen me a day in their life. Like,
and
I don't understand.
you know the truth of that. Like, it has, I can say it and it sounds cliche, but it has nothing to do with you. I mean, you're the innocent person that gets hurt, but the evil that's inside people has everything to do with that person.
Right.
For somebody to have such a sick, twisted outlook on the world is really sad for them. But yeah, I get like that's tough.
Yeah.
Why do you read the comments? Do you always read the comments?
I actually, okay, the first day I posted it, the comments were coming in, and I was trying to read just the negative and heart. I mean, not the negative, the positive, and heart all the positive comments and say thank you and stuff. But
Yeah.
it just kept coming and coming and coming. And I stopped. Like, I was telling everybody, like, I'm not going to go click on the reel. Like, I don't care how many likes it has. Somebody else can tell me. I'm not going to click on it because I don't want to see that. But last night, like I said, I went and I was going to go respond to people. And it was one comment that took me and broke me down. Is when someone said, "This is what a failed abortion looks like." And that comment is what triggered my whole breakdown last night. Like, I just don't understand. Yeah.
That has nothing to do with you. Like, you have made me smile so much. And I know I just found you. Like, do you realize the people that you are making their day every day just by being you? Just literally by putting your makeup on with a camera going, listening to really good music. I've noticed you have great taste in music. But yeah, it's amazing to me the things people will say. And I've had sometimes I think they're funny. Like, sometimes the comments will be a little bit true for me. And I'm like, and you just have to laugh about it. But yeah.
Yeah.
But
like,
yeah,
there's comments where I'm like, I laugh at them because I'm like, oh yeah, that's such a stupid comment. Like, that's funny. But,
yeah, like,
and usually I try to be so strong, like, I don't let them get to me. But it took that one comment last night.
yeah, that was fucking cold.
Yeah.
Did your sister go after them?
No.
She's pretty protective, huh?
Yes, she is. It's actually my sister-in-law that is on there.
How many
Yeah, that's
how
my
many
sister-in-law.
siblings do you have?
I have 3 brothers. I am the youngest out of all 3 of them.
Oh wow. So I bet
Yeah.
you are sick of having bodyguards.
Oh
Are
my
they all
God.
really
They're
protective?
literally, we went out for my birthday to a club to bring in my birthday, and when I left their side to go to the dance floor with my other sister-in-law, when I tell you everybody was sitting down and I snuck away, they all stood up when I turned around with their arms crossed like some freaking bodyguard. And I'm ready to attack.
But I bet there's a good side to that too. I bet you can just about get them to do anything you want, can't you?
Oh yeah. If one says no, I go to the other one. Somebody's gonna say yes.
Are you the baby?
Yes, I'm the baby.
And the only girl. Yeah.
And the only girl.
Yeah, you're rotten. For
That's
sure.
what they tell me. If one says no, it's the next one. If they all say no, I just go repeat it in the circle. One of them's gonna say yes.
So, how often like last night you said that was really hard for you? What do you do to talk yourself back into reality after something like that?
I tell myself, like, of course they're taking this time out of their day, but do they realize that their view is getting me where I need to be? Like, their one view is getting me where,
Yes.
like, you sitting there and I'm sitting here unbothered at the end of the day. I'm gonna still continue to be who I am and live my life. Like, you're not in my shoes. You'll never be in my shoes. You'll never be able to know what it's like to be me. And I guarantee if someone were to step in my shoes and walk 10 steps, they wouldn't make it. They'd quit. Because
Yeah.
it's behind everything. It's very hard. Every day. I push myself every single day.
Who helps you every day? Like, who is your...
My mom. She is
Yeah.
the one that's been there since day one.
And you guys get along? Do y'all ever fight?
Oh yeah, we get it. We fight all the time.
I did hair for years, and I know moms and daughters are, whoo, like
She's
there's
like,
some...
I'm leaving. I'm moving out. I'm like, bye, girl. I'll see you later.
Yeah, I used to watch teenage girls and their moms fight, and I was like, just relax, Mom. Eventually, you're going to be the hero again, like once they get old enough. But there's this
Exactly.
period where girls hate their moms.
Yeah, I think I went through that in my teenage phases.
Yeah, I see it a lot. I used to see it a lot. I don't do hair anymore. I couldn't take it anymore.
No
So,
more.
what would people be surprised by in your life? What would surprise people the most?
I can do pretty much anything that, I mean, a normal walking person could do. I cook, I clean, I changed my nephew and niece's diapers, I fed them bottles. I've done it all. Like, the only difference is I am in a wheelchair. I can't walk, my legs are weak, but nothing's wrong with my hands, nothing's wrong with anything. Like, I still go on and try to live the most normal life. Whatever I put my mind to, I feel like I can do. Nothing's impossible unless you make it impossible.
So, do people, like, when you go out in public, do people want to ask you questions? Do they recognize you from social
They've
media?
started recognizing me from TikTok recently.
Yeah.
And I am such a shy person. And I have bad anxiety, so it took a lot for me to come out on TikTok on this platform. But when I'm in public, like, my anxiety is so bad. And they come up to me and they're like, I see you from TikTok. I follow you. I love you. And I'm like, hey, hi. Thank you. I'm still trying to get used to it.
They want to see that person they saw online, not
Yeah.
realizing all the work you just did to get there. And then they
I'm like,
expect
oh my
you.
God. I just came out in sweats and a tank top with my hair up.
And then they want to take pictures.
And I'm like, help.
You just have to be like, my manager says I can't take pictures with strangers.
Right. No pictures, please.
What is your favorite thing to do every day?
It started going live. Like, I really enjoy interacting with everybody that, like, my supporters, and you'd be surprised how many people actually support me all over the world.
I wouldn't be
Like,
surprised.
I've heard people say that they're from Dubai and Thailand and all over the world, and I'm like, oh my God.
Did you ever
And I
dream?
just enjoy it.
Did you ever dream you would be influencing people or
That
being a part of people's days?
was my biggest dream. I kid you not, since I could understand. I always said, if I could just inspire one person, my life's complete. Like, that's it. I just want to inspire people.
And now you're
That's
inspiring
it.
a couple 100,000.
It's it's crazy. It's breathtaking.
Yeah. Has it changed your life? I mean, now that people are starting to recognize you out in public, and are you more thoughtful about how you go out in public, if your makeup is done, or
Oh my God, I try not to leave the house without. At least I gotta put my lashes on or something.
yeah, I mean,
I am
now
not
that
leaving this house without mascara or lashes.
do people want pictures with you now?
Yes, and I'm
So
like,
what about do the doctors and everybody at the hospital, do they watch
my
your
doctor
videos?
the last time I went to my PCP, and I was like, can I take a picture, because like he's been my PCP for like 7 years or something like that. And I was like, I just need it for memories because, like, you're such a good doctor. He was like, oh my God, are you going to make me TikTok famous now?
So he's been
I'm
watching.
like, how did you even know I was on TikTok?
What about your mom or your family? Are they ever on with you?
My niece is always, I don't know if you saw her in some of the videos. That's my niece. And then my little nephew. They're
Yeah.
always with me or doing something.
Do
And
they
that's
think it's
also
cool?
another reason why I go so hard, is because I have 11 nieces and nephews between all my brothers, and it's them. Like, those are my reasons. Like, I need to show them that no matter what comes in life or something, you gotta keep going. Like, you have to keep pushing. And the unconditional love I receive from all of the kids is, like, amazing. They don't treat me different. They don't look at me different. They don't care what their friends say. They don't care about anything. We go into public and we're just doing our own thing.
So do they think you're a big deal now?
Yes.
They want to be in your videos and
They want to be in my videos and they want to be in my pockets all the time. I'm like, you're not even my kid. Block.
that's so funny. I think it's so cool to watch you, and you know, some days are just not easy days, and then I'll see you
Yep.
since I've found you on there, and you're just happy doing your thing, and it just inspires me to like sometimes put my big boy panties on and get over my shit. You know, like I
Yeah.
think that's the important part in the world, is that we all inspire people just to get on with your life. Like, you're the only one that can live this life. You know,
Yep.
with everything that you've been given, do it the best way you can. And look at you now, who, you know, thinking that you were so limited, and this has increased your reach, just increased the amount of people that want to hear you and see you every day. You got any makeup
Yeah.
brand deals yet?
I've had some people reach out to me on my email to do promos with their makeup, and I'm like, oh my God, that's where it is. That's what I want to do.
That would be so cool. Like,
So I
companies
have
would be
some.
crazy not to.
I've had some people, and I'm working with some of them, and they're mailing it, and it's all a blessing. I can tell you, I prayed for a platform. I didn't really care, like TikTok, Instagram, just a platform to be able to get my story out there. And it's not even about myself. Like, yeah, it's my story, but I'm telling my story so others can look at it and feel, maybe it'll have other people in my situation try to do something with their life, or, you know, share their story or something.
So how do people find you if they're not watching you yet on TikTok, or they're not finding you on their feeds? Like, where can everybody find you?
Um, like, what do you mean?
Like on TikTok, it's Steph's World, right?
Yeah, Steph's World 2.0.
Steph's World 2.0, and then Instagram, so we can all go on there and become.
It is Steph's World _.
Okay. Yeah, you guys, y'all have to check out Steph and her fun dance videos and lip sync videos. Good. Plus, she does makeup every day, live. Do you do it every day now?
Yeah, I try to. And it's giving me a reason to like do my makeup now every day.
You know, the other day I saw you on a live, and I have figured out a trick to send likes on lives. Did you see that video? I
Uh-uh.
have a massage gun, and I just put it over my finger, and it'll send like, I don't know if you saw how many likes I sent one day, but it'll send like 2,000 likes
That
in no
is
time. It's
such a
so
great
funny.
idea.
It's hilarious because it kind of hurts your finger after a while, but
Yeah, I'd be
yeah,
tapping.
yeah,
Like
but
for
it was,
6, I'd be tapping.
uh-huh. I did it to him. He saw the video and he called me, he goes, bitch, you better be doing that to my videos. And so it was, we were just playing around. It was funny.
But no,
But,
I would like to take the time out to, thank Six, and I don't know if you know Jessica Diamond. She's one of Six's friend. She is the one that has took her time out to introduce me to so many people. And one night we were battling, and she introduced me to Six and Paul and Jen, and Six has just been amazing. I'm so grateful that he got us together, to be able to have this opportunity.
we met in Italy on a cruise and
Oh,
hit it off
wow.
immediately. We just hit it off. Like we just had this knowing of each other that was really cool. And we've stayed in touch and we talk all the time. He's always on the road traveling. I just talked
Yeah.
to him today. He was getting fitted and then he's off to London for work. And
Wow.
then, I mean, he's everywhere. And that summer he was like Italy to LA, back to Italy, like all over the place. I couldn't live that life. I'm too old. I think he's old too, though. Like, I hate for him to hear me say that, but I think he just masks it better than I do. But yeah, he is. People, you see his videos and he's like rocker and, trying to be
Yeah.
all tough, but he's got the biggest heart. He is one of the sweetest
Yeah, I
people.
love him.
I love him too. What would you like what is a goal for you in the next 5 years that you would like to accomplish?
I would like to start like public speaking at places and stuff like that. And I want to be able to meet a lot of my supporters and stuff, like, because I'm
Yeah.
very grateful. Like, without them supporting me, I wouldn't be where I am right now with everything.
So you would just like to travel and tell your story, and have you been able
Yeah,
to do
and
that
try
at
to
all yet?
I actually got invited to a nonprofit event. It's in July, and I will be speaking in front of 600 plus people.
Wow.
And they want me to share my story and then leave, the crowd with some positive words and stuff. So that'll be my first time speaking in front of such a big crowd.
You should make the crowd do a TikTok dance with you.
I didn't even think about that.
They're going to be so nervous to dance, and then when they are, just make fun of them. Be like, if I can do this, you can do a TikTok dance.
Right.
I would force it. That way you have like a massive 600 person group dancing behind you. I
That
would
is a
milk
good
it for
idea.
everything. Yeah. And it would also be a
That is a
great
great
promotion
idea.
for you, like to be a speaker at other events. My mind's
Yeah.
always spinning like that. So I want to play a little game we call Can You
Okay.
Take a Few Hard Ones? And I'm just going to pop off with some questions and just whatever your answer is, we're going to just roll through them. How's that?
Okay, sounds good.
Well, this is my favorite question. I'm going to start with it. What makes you want to fight a bitch?
Oh my God, when they look at me and they go, "You're so skinny." And that right there, I just want to jump out of my chair. Or they'll be like, "Are you anorexic?" No. Let's fight in the street right now.
People are stupid. When you were a little kid, what did you want to be?
When I was little, I wanted to be a freaking actor.
An actor?
Yeah,
So
for
you just
Disney Channel.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
That's what I wanted to do.
What is the most beautiful part of Steph?
I think my personality, I would think.
I mean, you have a pretty face too. Like, you could be confident here.
Maybe my dimples.
Oh, that made you super uncomfortable, didn't it?
I'm thinking. No, I like my eyes and my lips and my dimples.
Those eyelashes. You love those eyelashes.
I love that.
What's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is freaking, like, dying alone, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to be alone in that moment.
No.
Like, that's my biggest fear.
What are you the most proud of in your life?
I am proud that I have not given up. And I have not let my sickness or disease take over my life. And I am going to continue to fight until the good Lord calls me home.
Are you ever in pain?
That is another blessing. Like, people don't believe me. I take 0 pain medicine. No prescribed pain medicines. I'm in pain rarely. Like, maybe one day my back will ache. But it's never consistent. So I just take Tylenol and ibuprofen.
What things excite you?
Money.
Me too. What would you do? What would you do immediately if money was no issue?
I would give my mom the house and car that she's always wanted first. I would pay back to my mom. She deserves the world.
And then what would you do for Steph?
I would just go buy me all the Louis bags in the world.
That is not at all where I thought you were going to go with that. What gives you motivation?
Like I said, my family and supporters and friends, they motivate me to keep going.
What is the one thing that you hope people have learned from listening today?
That no matter their situation or if they're having a bad day, always remember to tell yourself it's just a bad day, not a bad life.
Yeah.
That's the important part.
What is something you wished I had asked you today?
That I wish you had asked me? Let me think. What my favorite color is.
Sorry. Steph, what is your favorite color?
Pink.
Pink.
Everything I have is pink.
I wish I had known I could have made the lights pink beside me.
I love pink. Pink is my favorite color. And
I
my mom
pink
is
too.
sick of it. My mom is so sick of it.
I wear pink a lot.
She's like, you don't ever get... I have a pink phone. I have a pink iPad. Everything is pink.
So you have, on your TikTok, do you have a link tree or anything at the top?
Yes, I have a link
links
tree
to
in my
all
bio.
your stuff and...
Yes.
Okay, I'll put a thing at the bottom of the screen with your TikTok handles, all that stuff for people to go to.
Okay, sounds good.
I want to thank you for making my day today. I'm not going to lie, I was a little starstruck and nervous before we started today.
Really?
I've been sitting here for 30 minutes before this started.
I was nervous. I was sitting at the phone, like, waiting to press join, and I was just sitting there so nervous.
No, I was just so excited about getting to talk to you, and yeah, I was a little starstruck, so I was nervous. But you always make me smile when I see you online.
I really appreciate you for giving me the opportunity and the ears to listen to my little story and share, and I'm very grateful for it, and I thank you so much.
Well, thank you. You've made my day, and I know it makes so many people's day. We'll check up again. We'll do this again. I would
Okay,
love to
sounds
check
good.
back with you. Thank you for
Yes,
being
we
honest and
definitely need
open.
to keep in contact with each other.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
would love to have you on my journey.
Well, I'm here now. We've started.
Welcome to Steph's world.
Yes. I love that. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to share with your friends and family. Also, if you have comments, questions, or maybe you want to share your story, you can email me at raginghardonpodcast@gmail.com.